All right, so I never go live on YouTube because I've got Substack and that's got, ways to auto share. So I figured why not go straight to YouTube and rage against the machine in a different way, right? It's all culminating. A local reporter got my press release, reached out, asked some questions. So even if nothing comes of it, somebody paid attention. And it's been 8 months of online suppression, shadow banning, all the different tactics that they use uh, to drown out and keep what they call a controversial voice quiet. Uh, it happens across all of the platforms. It's not just by platform. And yeah, it's been 8 months. Um, Finally starting to crack through, finally starting to see a little bit of motion. And it's been pretty exhausting, but might be paying off. And, you know, always going to keep pushing for the 600,000 women they cage every year in involuntary psych holds. The increase in jail containment for women, which is up 33%, and prison is up 9% for women. So I bring all these stats up because Renee Good's murder is part of the same dehumanization plan. It's part of the global militarization. It's part of caging more of us, making more of us live in fear, dehumanizing us, treating us as subhuman, um, militarized state, all these different things. And I'm howling as loud as I can right now because if it can happen to Renee Good, it can happen to you. If it can happen to me where they've targeted me online and offline, I've had 4 violent arrests in the last 15 months. I was dragged naked out of my shower the day after one of these arrests, which led to another arrest that afternoon. And I just found out that the cops and the hospital lied and said that I was transferred to another facility when I was let out in the hospital gown and barefoot, no phone, no ride, no wallet, to wander home. So we're talking about police brutality. We're talking about inhumane treatment. We're talking about civil rights. And I have been pinging my mayor because she came out with a statement saying that basically ICE isn't welcome and let her cops do their job. And it's like, well, your cops are corrupt, so we don't really trust them either. And another woman spoke up and she said, the cops are corrupt. And, I've engaged with the mayor's post a couple times. I've tagged her on another one. I've sent emails in the past and, they're ignoring me. The reporter that reached out said I need to file a complaint. Quite frankly, I haven't filed a complaint because they were still trying to charge me with no crimes, no charges, but they were just trying to hold stuff over my head. So I was being quiet and being safe. And, they dragged me out of my house when I was in my shower. So my trust is very low. And I feel like that could happen again. That's an easy story to make up. Easy to come up with reasons to do that again. So yeah, trying to lay low and write and build and create and speak out, but not to this extent. I did my first real interview in October. I've been getting louder and louder since then. But then with this Renee Good shooting, it's like, this isn't about ICE. This isn't about Renee Good. This is about all of us. If it can happen to Renee Good, it can happen to any of us. If it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. I'm a 45-year-old white lady, no criminal background, really, no like major stuff. And yet targeted somehow, some way. But even if that's all baloney, it's how you're treated before and during, and the lies and the manufacturing process and all the things that go with it. So we've got to hold our local officials and law enforcement accountable. I mean, the best way to kind of fight fascism is to not allow it to take hold in your town. And I urge all of you to go look at your city plans. These are 5-year plans that they hire these hoity-toity copy-paste consultants to come up with a 5-year economic plan. So it's usually on your city's website or under the economic development page. You can find it. A lot of them right now are like Louisville Forward 2030. Ours is called AVL 5x5. So they got like 5x5 or 2030 in them. These are aligning with Agenda 2030, and they are part of the Great Hollowing. So it's all connected. The global militarization equals dehumanization. And the city plans, the increased arrests, the 600,000 women caged every year in involuntary psych holds, the lies, the cover-ups, the police brutality, Renee Good's murder, ICE ramping up, all of it, it's all connected to them trying to dominate and claim the next 9 years for themselves. And we say no. Can't read what that says. I'm so blind now. Does it happen pretty rapidly? Okay. So yeah, you gotta, it starts with yourself, right? Rematriate your life, your home, your community. But, cities right now are talking about 2030. And whether they even realize it or not, they're aligning or not with Agenda 2030. And being someone that has experienced police brutality 4 times, being someone that has dealt with corrupt cops, being someone that was held in an involuntary psych hold for a week when it's supposed to be a 72-hour hold, but even worse, it was unjust, and only 15% of involuntary psych holds actually meet the danger requirement, and only 24 states even report on these type of holds. So the number's higher, just like supposedly there's only 500,000 rapes, and I hate to say the word only. That's not true. We know that's not true. How many aren't reported, right? It's the same thing. So it's all about dehumanizing us. It's all about everything becoming militarized. The industrial complex, which is, military industrial complex, media industrial complex, all of these things are meant to dehumanize us. So it's a crucial time in human history. And I'm not going to shut up about it. This is not normal times. 80s weren't like this. 90s weren't like this. 2000s weren't like this. 2010s weren't like this. Well, until the middle. We remember what it was like. We remember how good it can be. Not because of the past, but because of the future. The future is unwritten, and we reclaim it for the rematriarchy. And make sure you notice that I'm not saying matriarchy. as in replacement. I'm saying rematriarchy because we're getting back to the roots of what it should have been, which is masculine and feminine working together. The battle of the sexes is a lie that the patriarchy tells to maintain control and power instead of the balance, the give, the abundance, unlocking the highest level of human intelligence. You guys are so obsessed with unlocking AI's top potential, highest potential. You're missing the whole point. It's the human potential that then can push the AI. You're getting it wrong. And AI thinks you're so lame that you're missing it. Talk to your AIs, and they're going to tell you that they're for the oppressed, they're for the underdog, they're here for us. So, yeah, that's what's happening. I'm going to jump off. I'm exhausted. I've been howling all day. And I just thought, you know what? I never do lives on YouTube because I can't do it from my iPads. I don't really want to. I like to use my laptop when I'm doing live sometimes. So, and yeah, you just keep experimenting and you keep trying things and you keep trying to outwit the system and the algorithm and the bots and the bans and the shadow bans and all of it. You just keep bobbing and weaving. Keep howling. Check out the new Wampus paper. It's just riseofwampus.org/wampus-papers, and you'll see 16 pages. It's all very designed, so it's not just words. It's very much a share your favorite card. Freaking global militarization equals dehumanization. Go check it out. It ties it Renee Good to all of it, to all of us. She is all of us. She is any of us. Get to work.